Good afternoon. The American Republic has around 340 million civilians as of 2025. To maintain order and uphold this republic, we the people afford ourselves around 720,000 public servants whom we arm and call police. What has happened, however, is that these police have organized and or unionized against the citizenry. And these police have joined or formed street gangs, including color-oriented street gangs such as the Blue Line and the Fraternal Order of Police. Public servants who work as police enjoy the discretion to charge people who break the law or not to charge such people. But the street gangs they've formed or joined remunerate themselves, make money, by leaseholding or renting out the discretion of public servants who work as police. They hand out or otherwise distribute gang courtesies, gold cards, and other means that grant the holder of said gang courtesy or gold card a disproportionate consideration of the discretion of public servants who work as police. Gang courtesies and or gold cards and or verbal arrangements and or handshake agreements are also distributed to the friends and family of public servants who work as police, as well as to the friends and family and persons of judges, prosecutors, legislators, governors, and mayors, among other public servants. Leaseholding or renting out police officer discretion is a crime, allegedly, as is gaining remuneration from leaseholding or renting out any public good or service, i.e. public property. 18 U.S.C. subsection 115.2384 on seditious conspiracy states, open quote, if two or more people in any state or territory, or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, conspire to overthrow, put down, or destroy by force the government of the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law of the United States, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States contrary to the authority thereof. They shall each be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. End quote. All public servants who work as police know that their discretion is being leaseheld or rented out in an illegal fashion and are clearly complicit in such acts. When armed, public servants who work as police allow private entities to leasehold or rent out their discretion for private remuneration, such public servants are using force to delay the execution of U.S. laws and seize or take said discretion, which is public property. Public servants such as judges, prosecutors, legislators, governors, and mayors, among others, know, allegedly, that the leaseholding or renting out of police officer discretion is seditious and treasonous. But none of them do anything to stop this criminal activity because it personally benefits them, allegedly. Qualified immunity, as well as the complicity of all corrupted public officials, help create the conditions we suffer under in 2025. Namely, that public officials, including those that work as police, don't care about laws or the U.S. Constitution because these foundational tenets have been sold down the river forcibly for the private benefit and the private remuneration of private entities at the expense of public order. Furthermore, such private entities use the billions of dollars they gain from leaseholding and or renting out police officer discretion to maintain legal defense funds that defend public servants who work as police when they're sued or charged for alleged criminal behavior, including murder and drug trafficking and conspiracy. Police officer discretion is a capricious and arbitrary aspect of a failed and corrupted system that destroys justice in America. There is no number other than 911 to call to fetch public servants who work as police who are not corrupted by their fealty to street gangs such as the color-oriented Blue Line Crime Syndicate and or the Fraternal Order of Seditious Conspirators. Public servants who work as police kill around 2.5 civilians per day via extrajudicial execution, i.e. by gunning down or suffocating innocent civilians in the street, according to policeviolencereport.org. As of 2025, there were around 452,000 soldiers in the United States Army, which makes it only about half the size of the 720,000 person strong color-oriented street gang that toes the Blue Line. So what force exists on Earth strong enough to stop the Blue Line in its alleged gang terrorism? Public servants who engage in acts of free association with their colleagues who share fealty to a color-oriented street gang are not engaged in acts protected by the First Amendment. They're committing treason against the U.S. Constitution, allegedly. According to 18 U.S.C. subsection 1961 to 1968, RICO, Racketeer Influenced Corrupt Organization, is usually applied in cases involving illegal business activities and or the procurement or extortion of money through illegal means. Federal law defines racketeering as any act or threat involving a number of criminal activities, including but not limited to bribery, conspiracy, drug trafficking, extortion, murder, and robbery. By allegedly conspiring to violate their public oaths in favor of a private oath sworn to the other private members of any private entity, including a color-oriented street gang referenced above, or any other such organization. All members of said color-oriented street gang are complicit in all crimes committed by all other members of said group. Therefore, for example, all members of said color-oriented street gang allegedly conspired to murder George Floyd and Tyree Nichols. All public servants who work as police are not bad people, but they're all corrupted by knowledge of or complicity in treasonous acts of murderous gang terrorism, allegedly. This is not how a republic works, and it's not how the U.S. Republic was designed to work. It's how an authoritarian kleptocracy works. I understand that by speaking out against an alleged nationwide cabal of over 720,000 armed gang terrorists, and their millions of alleged co-conspirators, I'm putting myself at significant risk of retaliation. But if I don't do this now, then who will do it and when? Speaking about these matters will make nothing better but everything worse for everyone in America due to the inevitable violent retaliation from all corrupted servants involved. I take neither drugs nor alcohol. I will never take my own life willingly. This message has been compiled using commonly accessible and publicly available information from open sources. I am not a lawyer or a legislator or a public official, and therefore cannot subpoena private organizations for access to their membership rolls or other relevant data. The list of statutes concerning alleged crimes mentioned here is not exhaustive or complete. By posting or broadcasting this message, I'm petitioning my government for redress of grievances as per the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which allows me to redress my government without fear of retaliation. Please, someone, stop this apparent forcible theft of public property. By posting or broadcasting this message, I'm seeing something and saying something, as I'm continually encouraged and ordered to do by all relevant local, state, and federal authorities. America delenda est. Thank you.